Good morning. It's October the 23rd, 2017. Time to kick off another week of trading. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, it is an auction week for treasuries, and that usually takes us sideways or gives us a little bit of lift. 2, 5, and 7 year. Normally the short end is sideways to higher. The intermediate term is lower, and then the long end is sideways to higher. So it tends to make the market move to the side no matter what the news is. They have to move the paper, and treasuries can trade higher with the stock market trading higher too. The inverse relationship is tabled for these 3 days. So right now I think there is one sell left in the market, but I'm not sure we're going to break it either. So tomorrow starts the 2-year auction, and 5 on Wednesday and 7 year on Thursday. Okay, a structural sell would be basically 125 even. Leaning against those lows, 24, 27. Get you short right there. And our first trade of the day is 27 to 31. And then 3 to 7. On the buy side, we made it 20 to 24. I think the first trade is a short, then 17 to 13. We have the Chicago Fed Business Activity Index. Last month it was minus 3.1. Don't have any guesstimates where it is today. It won't figure into anybody's trading schemes either. Looking at the 30-year. And you know, it is a Monday morning. Sometimes these things takes a couple hours for the direction of the market to reveal itself. Okay, 8 to 12 is number 1. 15-19 sell 1. 23-27 sell 2. A structural sell would be 23, leaning against that low right there. Anything greater than 52.04 would work as far as the short goes structurally. On the buy side, the buck to 28, 1, buying 21, 25, buy 1, buy 13 to 17, buy 2. Usually the knob spread will strengthen in an auction week. So I'm not as aggressive to the downside on the bond as the am on the note. Gold and treasuries were lower overnight. The big news over the weekend, Abe won re-election. Big vote of confidence in Japan. All markets around the globe are higher except for Hong Kong's. And the Nikkei, I think, is up for 15 straight days in a row. So structurally right here, sell at 77.50 to 79.50. That's where the market is. We'll make 77.80 sell 1, 83.85 sell 2. Probably going to be more sensitive to the directional movements of the E-mini than treasuries will be. We'll make 73, 75 by 1, and 69, 71 by 2. Euro was lower this morning when I looked at it. So we've got support down here, basically 117.70, and we're there right now. So play for a little bit lower. I'm going to put a question mark at 17.75. And so we'll play for 50 to 60 for buy 1. And then 25 to 35 for buy 2. On the sell side, 90 to the buck, sell 1. 15 to 25, sell 2. Everybody's firmly convinced that interest rates are going higher in the United States. They'll be higher than they are in Europe. So buy U.S. paper. Get more money on your money. Plus you might have a dollar currency appreciation too. There's a play there also. Two ways to make money on your money. Okay, there's an article out, I believe on Bloomberg, talking about how Chinese demand for crude oil might be understating the overall. Chinese imports of crude oil might be understating the actual demand for crude oil. The gist of the article was that China is running their inventories a little bit lower than they have in the past. And because we tend to gauge China's economic strength, part of it, on their importation, their import of crude oil, they say they may be running it with lower stocks, lower inventories on land. So their demand might actually be higher than the imports would show that it was until they work the inventories down. Crude oil, we got a settler 52 and a quarter, 52.50. So 52, 52 and a quarter, sell 1. 52.50, 52.75, sell 2. Pretty good buying down here in the 51.50, 51.60 area. So we'll make 51.50, 51.75 buy 1. Would like to get it done against the buck if possible, 51.52, 1 and a quarter. But first little band of support is going to be in that 51.60 area. We'll give ourselves a little bit of room. And the E-minis made new highs over the weekend. If you're in the 25.75 calls, roll to the 2600 calls this morning. Take your profits and get ready for 2300 off of what piece of news, I don't know, but so it'll be 77 is resistance, 77 to 80 is resistance, self-failure to take out 77, 80, 83, 85, sell 2. Buy weakness, would like to get the buying done down here against 68 if possible, but I don't know if that is possible. Point it up, we'll try 70, 72s, buy 1. Put a question mark at 73. 73.74. They make us pay up to get long. And then 65.67 for buy 2. Today's news, Chicago Fed National Activity Index. Don't know what the estimate is. We was minus 0.31 on the last release. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up, published, and around. I'm going to do that and be back with you as soon as possible.